the continuing this series. So anyway, now we are on to possibly the one that might take the longest, or will probably be tied with American ships, as there's got a lot of the USSR or Russian ships in the game. USSR is what they call them, but I just call it Russian because most of the, like, first off, I think, like, tier 3, maybe tier 4, I don't know, I can tell by the flag, hold up. Up to tier 3 is from the Russian Empire, I think that's what it was called, I'm not sure. Basically, Russia before Soviet Union and all of that. And also, I believe in Russia was where most of the factories for the Soviet Union were anyway, but I don't know. So anyway, it says USSR. I'm just gonna call it Russian because, like, a good portion, that's not a good ship to check with. A good portion of, alright, that one does not have. Alright, does this one have? I believe this one should. Yeah, because a good portion of them are from pre-Soviet Russian and all that shit. Anyway, so first we got going through the ships that aren't in the tech tree or the store. So this one I'm gonna skip over and get to that when it's in the store. Anyway, here is Agilane Avora. It's either this one or Aurora that is still left as a museum ship, I think. Anyway, yeah, this is the first Azure ship that I got because it was free, and yeah. I enjoy it. It's a nice little ship, and I do like the bright paint scheme on it. I don't know why, just something about bright colors on ships. Well, light colors like light blue or white or stuff like that. And then we got Aurora B for Black Friday. I believe this is also my first Black Friday ship. I'm pretty sure this one was also free. Something like that, I don't know. I also like this one as well with the actual Black Friday, not the Black Friday camo, but like the one that comes with the Black Friday ships. How it got, like, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be white or chrome outline and the black. Looks nice. Both good ships. I play this one more because I believe this was the one I got first. I don't remember. Anyway, one that I recently got, I believe I got this one. This, I think, is other than. This is my most recent, I think, ship that I got from a crate. I think it was like around Christmas time I opened a crate and got this one. So this Nikolai the First. I'm assuming that's what the I stands for. I hope it's not like an abbreviation for a last name. I do like I'm not a big fan of the kind of early dreadnoughts where they're just like, yeah, put a gun there, superstructure stack, gun, superstructure type thing, gun. But this is one of the few ships that I actually think look good like that. I mean, I also like the American ones, but that's because they have like the 2 stacks in the superstructure where then the gun's pointed backwards. Or like some of the British ships that also have that. I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get to the tech tree, but considering I don't really like this style, same thing with like the Algahire and the Black Friday variant. I don't really like that style ship, but this one's I'd like this one. I don't know why, just possibly it could be from the paint scheme. I don't know, which I do like the paint scheme, how it kind of gradually goes up, like fades from a dark blue to white. Yeah, pretty decent tier 4 ship, although kind of lacking with AA at this point. Like, it kind of has like tier 3 level of AA, but I mean, I think it got better AA than I can't think of a ship off the top of my head that has no AA at the moment. Kronstadt. I believe this is my first tier 8 ship that I got. got her at the campaign. I kind of got mixed opinions on it. I mean, I don't play the ship a lot, mainly because most of the time I'm too broke to afford to play tier 8 or legendary tier. So I don't really remember how this ship plays. I just know I don't think it has good AA, but it does have a lot of health. And it's also a battle cruiser, so I can get away with playing it like a battleship and not get punished too much. Next to the tech tree, oh yeah, what I was talking about here, we'll go to, like for example, Iron Duke, how they got like the main part of superstructure, then a gun, and then like a little thing that's mainly to hold a mast. Or Orion, basically, same thing. Or like with the American ships, New York or Wyoming class, but compared to like Gangot or Dialga Higher, how they have like just like it's a platform with guns basically. Alright, destroyer wise, I don't know how to pronounce half these names. This one looks like a standard like first generation destroyer, basically a hull with like a tin can plopped up there with windows and open gun mounts. Although this one seems to have a lot of torpedo. No, it has a lot of torpedo tube launchers on the center line. Not a lot of. I mean, probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10 torpedoes. Not bad. This one, kind of same thing. Looks like pretty typical first generation destroyer. I mean, I'm not sure how the generations of ships goes. To me, I just go by like, alright, first generation destroyer, anything before World War One. World War One era, kind of like first, maybe second, interwar period, second generation, like up to the, like from the 20s to maybe the mid 30s, and then like right before World War Two. Second generation. I don't know. It's just you can just tell like they obvious just big evolutions. I don't know. This one, I don't know why. Something about it I like it, even though I don't really like ships that superstructure is just a flat wall. Although I something about like having a gun where it's like directly pointing into the superstructure, I don't like. I don't know. It's like what if it like what if I mean probably wouldn't be loaded unless it's pointed somewhere and ready to fire. But like what if for some reason it's loaded and then it just fucking just boom. But yeah, this ship I like it other than that random gun there. I do like this style destroyer, like with the how the bridge is shaped and just kind of generally this gun layout. I mean, to me, gun layout I prefer is the two front, 3 back, but this is just a 2 front, 2 back, which is also equally good. I don't think I've ever seen one of these out in a game. Unless it looks different with the hull B, then I don't think I've ever seen one of these in a game before. This one, kind of like an upgraded version of the tier 4 one there. I like it, although I don't really like the square turrets. That kind of just, it just looks weird, but it's still, I still like it. This one, eh. I mean, it annoys me slightly less that, like, it still annoys me that the gun's, like, placed right there because, like, you got, like, unless you're full broadside, which is usually not a good idea. You can't like fucking use this gun. You only got like you got a very narrow turning radius, and also it just kind of looks weird. Like at the front of it, it looks weird. Like if it was reversed, like they just had the two guns in the front and the back. Like for example, Fletcher class, I'd probably like it more, but I don't know. Just or maybe that's why, because I'm used to seeing the Fletcher class, and that's just looks weird to me. This one, eh. I don't really like the torpedo tubes where they're stacked on top of each other like that. I mean, it does kind of save space, but like, is it really that necessary? If they just moved it over torpedo tubes like that, then it would still be line up with the superstructure. Yeah, check that one. I don't think... Actually, no, I think I've seen a few of these in top-tier games. When I looked at the team, though, I don't think I've ever actually, like, came across one. Yet again, it's also Destroyer, and I typically play Battleship, especially top tier, not tie tier. I'm trying to say top and high at the same time. So, not that bad looking, I just don't like the look of the bridge. I don't like this one. Like, I don't like how round the superstructure is. That's just it. I don't like how round the bridge is. And then this one, I haven't really looked at this one much. Oh yeah, that's why, because I also don't like this one. I don't know why. Something about it just being round, I just don't like at all. I do like the design of those turrets though. So yeah, there's that. Cruisers, Novik. I might try to pronounce some of these. Not really a big fan of, just because generally a lot of the pre-World War I cruisers. Not really a big fan of. Bogar. Very, very cluttered it looks. I mean, yet again, that's just like, I mean, that's not really on the deck, the lifeboats, but they're covered. It just looks very cluttered. Although I do like the kind of like turret one, like I guess main 1 and main 2, I'd say, the two double-barreled ones, because they look like the turret to like a monitor type ship. Alright, who the fuck keeps texting me on Snap? I swear, motherfuckers only wait till I be making a video. Alright. Anyway. This cruiser just kind of mid. That's all I really have to say about it, just kind of mid. Kirov. I like how the bridge looks, although it does look like a little bit small, but other than that, I don't mind it. Krotabsk? Yeah, I'm not gonna try that. And I mean, most of the pickiness I have about ships is like, most of the time it can get away if it has a good looking superstructure. A lot of these ships either have like that stupid round superstructure that I don't like those destroyers. I mean, it's probably some functional with some sort of way, but I find it stupid looking. Or like this, like it looks good, it's just a bit too narrow. Like, I feel like it should be a bit wider. But other than it being too narrow, I mean, not that bad looking. I really like the design of this one. Superstructure's not, I mean, not superstructure. Bridge isn't too narrow. I mean, personally, I wish it could go like the covering on it instead of it just being there and then normal railings if it went back a little bit more, but that's just me. But other than that, which that don't really care about that much, still probably one of my probably my favorite tech tree cruiser in this tech tree, just by looks wise. I mean, there might be one that I might like better as a playing wise, like, but yeah. This one, again, not really a fan of round superstructures. I mean, they only work on certain ships, but generally, for the most part, not really a fan. There's only a few that pull it off well. Other than that, not that bad. Like do like the design of the turrets and just the kind of general layout, but not that bad. Just wish it had a different superstructure bridge. This one looks like someone just was like, all right, hear me out. We put a pipe that narrows down to a point. Never mind. Wait, no, I got some. We put a shell as the superstructure bridge part. I mean, it's interesting. Like I want to like it, but at the same time I don't. Like, it looks cool, but it looks stupid at the same time. I don't know why. I like it, but I don't. I think maybe it's because of how tall it is on why it looks stupid. Like, if it was where the windows are, if that was one level down and the conning tower that would mean conning tower get pushed a level down. It'd probably look a lot better because it just looks like very tall. But other than that, I don't mind this one. It just, I want to like it, but at the same time, it looks fucking stupid. But at the same time, it doesn't. This one, interesting layout with the big, like, double Bofors gun ball. I'm assuming those are Bofors. They look like 40mm mounts. Other than that, this ship just kinda just there. Riga, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. That's how I've heard it pronounced before in videos. There is only one thing that annoys me of this ship. And it is how big the fucking catapult is. It does not need to be that fucking tall. I mean, there's a reason why it's that tall. I don't know why. Comparing it to other catapults, it's just like, it's like as tall as like 4 catapults stacked on top of each other. Like, how about go to Italy real quick? Watch this. Never mind. This one has catapult on the front. This one has catapults, right? Like, even that one is a bit big, but like it's half the size. It doesn't stick up as much. Or this one's probably a more normal size. Well, to me, looks normal. Like, it's not even that the catapult's on a barbette type thing. It's just that the catapult itself is like, it's twice as tall as a normal one, and it just annoys me. Other than that, I do like this ship. Although I feel like they could have done, instead of just 3, what are those, single mounts? Yeah, those look like single mount. Yeah, instead of 3 single mounts, well, it's probably gonna get upgraded with the Hull B, but I think could have fit like at least dual mounts. I know you can fit dual mounts on there because they're just a little bit wider than a single mount. Chipavi, which is one of the few that I know how to pronounce its name. Watch, someone's gonna say pronounce name wrong in the comments. Meh. Just kinda mid to superstructure. Like, the top part of it looks top heavy. This one, I believe this was the one that, like, people were saying were the best cruisers when Tier 8 first dropped. It could be playstyle wise, but this is what I see from it. To me, this part here, just when I'd look at this and I'd look at it like the same way I look at an Omaha, except for the fact of most likely if I shoot at this general area, I will probably only get overpens. Because most likely, well, yeah, it's tier 8, so most likely I am going to either be in a tier 7 or a legendary tier battleship. Yeah, well, legendary tier, most likely I'll probably be in Alaska. I usually use that ship a lot in legendary. Other than that, just no, I don't like the look at it's just redesign the entire like bridge part, and maybe I'll consider, depending on how it looks, putting it on my favorite list. Or actually liking the design and not looking at it and think, yep, that's a canvas for shells. I've already said what I did about this style of ship where it has just the guns are all broken up by like a stack or a mast or something like that. I'm not a big fan of those. This one, what did I think one time I mistaked it as like a different ship because of how the bridge looked. I think I thought it was like a Nevada at first or an Arizona for like a split second just from how the bridge looks. But other than I do like this ship a lot. Looks wise, and also they're very annoying to go against because at tier 4 it's like everything bounces off it. Ismail, one of the few ships that looks good with a round bridge, although it still has that what's it called, turret then structure then turret structure thing that I don't like. But this one's not that bad. Snop, if it will load. They got rid of that. They stopped doing that stupid thing where it was turret structure, and they just did a more normal layout. Only thing that annoys me is a little bit with the bridge, because it's like an odd shape a little bit. And how the ship kind of just ends after the rear turret. Other than that, good looking ship. Vladivostok. Why the fuck is the front of it so long? And see, look, they got a normal sized catapult. Not one that's 4 stories tall. I feel like it would have made better use on that cruiser, cutting the weight down. I'm not really a fan of this ship, especially because I just how far back the turrets are put. Like it feels like there should be a 3rd turret on the front here. Sov Suzuya, I think that's how it's pronounced. I like it, but I don't. The thing I don't like is just the bridge looks too small. Other than that, pretty good looking. And the guns just look like, I don't know, with something about the guns, they just look very big. Actually, I believe they're 16s, right? Yeah, 4 or 6s. Yeah, they're 16s, but they're just really tall. Aircraft carriers. This one just screams, I used to be a cargo ship. Like, compared to all the other ones that were, like, cargo ships or auxiliary ships that were turned into carriers, this one screams, I still want to be a cargo ship, but they put a flight deck on me. Interesting looking aircraft elevators, though. I like this ship other than the side exhaust port thing. That doesn't really that doesn't really work well on this style ship. Like, it works well on the Japanese aircraft carriers, but it just doesn't on this one. Also, I can't wait to get this ship so I can finally know how it feels to harass battleships and anything else at tier 5. Same thing with this at tier 7. I can't wait to get this so I can harass anything that has, like, anything less than 10 AA guns, which I think it's more likely at tier 5, but not at top tier. Tech tree stuff. Oh, I forgot to get my daily crate. Pick that up real quick. Alright, forge. Just another Omaha reskin, kind of. I mean, the other American one's an Omaha reskin. This one is yes, it's a reskin, but it's an more altered one. A, it looks cooler. B, it has 2 less guns, which kind of makes me sad. But it has a lot more anti-aircraft guns. Also, it costs steel, so I'm probably never gonna get it. Bureau. Alright, Kutsov. I believe this one's also still around. Not that bad, other than just the giant thing placed on top of the superstructure. That just annoys me, but other than that, not that bad. Stalingrad. Another ship that I will probably never get because it's just too expensive and I don't have the patience for it. And Stalingrad's just kind of mid. Although I do like the paint scheme. This is, again, one of the rare exemptions that I actually like how this ship looks. Other than these giant AA mounts on the front, that kind of throws it off balance a little bit, but not that bad compared to her tech tree. So, actually, wait, no, I think this is Gangot just rebuilt. Makarov, aka Premium Nuremberg, that doesn't come with a fucking airplane. Meh. That's just it, just meh. I mean, paint scheme's kind of cool, but I just prefer Nuremberg instead. Also because Nuremberg has more torpedoes. Poltava. Oh, they moved this one. They moved the order around in the store. I keep forgetting about that. I heard this ship sucks, but I'm not sure how old that video was, so it could be better now. I don't know. I don't really like the look of it, although it does have an interesting camouflage. Kranzi Kyram? Kyrim? I don't know how it's pronounced. I like the paint scheme, and I do like it is a fun ship to play. Leningrad. I think one time I read this as Lemonade. I just remember I was just playing and I was like Lemonade? What? Wait, no, Leningrad. Meh. Just kinda mid. Molotov. This one's definitely my favorite Russian cruiser in the game. I like the paint scheme. This one also has better AA, and it's a premium, so it's gonna make more than her tech tree sister. And I don't know how to pronounce this one, but have enough guns there? Let's count. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 guns. Now, granted, that's probably not a lot. It just looks like a lot because they're single mounts. Now, if you made them double mounts, you'd have, what, 2? one double mount there, so it'll be one mount, 2, 3, and a single. So you just get like 4 mounts with one being a single. And I believe that is it. Let's see. Make sure there's none that's like a special that's only for limited amount of time. Yeah, there's none of those. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, this will be the end of this video. Nothing more to say, just I kind of wish that they just had consistency with the compared to a lot of other nations. They just jump around with so many different design things. Like, they're not really consistent with, like, an evolution. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be the end of this video, and this will be Alpha 118 signing off. If I can hit the right fucking button to end the stream.